for some mad names.
Right, there we go. Let's refresh this. Let's also mute my laptop. I don't want any I don't want my Spotify going off randomly.
Imagine.
That would it would be typical. It's not gone off so far, and I don't want my Spotify to go off. Because if my Spotify went off... Oh fuck, yep, right. That's the sound on my phone, not on though. What? Share, copy. I've got the thumbnail down. I've got the...
Fuggies and Black Rifle coffee.
Black Rifle coffee just sounds like really weird diarrhea. Am I wrong? It sounds like it would give you diarrhea.
Well, that's why you put Huggies in, I suppose.
You're not wrong, you're not wrong.
Alright. Look, it's going to be another delay. Talking bolts is going to be right back.
We'll just wait for him to be back.
Doctor race, fucking no survivors.
Nah, that's mean. I might do that though.
You gotta be ruthless.
Always.
Oh. Your phone charged? Yes, it is.
Oh, 9 people already. Fucking hello. I've not even got chat up. I'm still trying to do social media shit. Chat's not even up. I'm not prepared. Fuck's sake, I've got a pounding headache. I might quickly go and get some meds. I'm not a junkie.
Junkie throw that medicine.
Mate, get that cowpole.
Get high on Calpol, imagine.
That would be like the best thing in the world. Now, get the stream up and turn the volume on your phone. We need the watch time.
What, me?
Yep, you.
What am I doing?
Getting the stream up on your phone or whatever you watch it on, turn the volume off. You're giving us watch time.
Gonna be weird hearing my voice.
Yeah, turn your sound off then. And
Yeah,
if you... Yeah, we don't want to hear an echo anyway. Alright, 16 people already. Hello everyone, welcome to GTEL Division 2 Round 3. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. Division 2 never really goes well, let's be honest. I am Ninan, and today I'm joined by my not so good friend Dino Rod.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Dino Rod.
Yeah, who are you? Nonce. Oh shit. I've already sworn twice. Is nonce a swear word though?
Gonna make Gaston upset.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! I've done it. Fuck! That was like 5 in one go. This is not gonna go well. Welcome to GTEL. Anyway, hello everyone. It's looking like it's gonna be a good race, I believe. I'm just sending Juice and Prada the stream links as they wanted it.
Oh, interesting. Gonna have it on during the race.
Just had a delivery from my dad. Love you.
Nice.
Hello everyone. Right, let's go crack a fresh one.
Get your sustenance.
I haven't even got a fresh one. It's not even empty, my new one. Or my current one. But we have got a packet of muffins to last us today. I'm gonna fucking try and open these as loudly as possible. We don't want anyone getting any relaxing ASMR. This is League Racing. Hello everyone, share the stream out. I'm gonna see if everyone's ready and we're gonna get going. What are your predictions for today, Dana? In the most unprofessional league possible.
I'll say a juice round, possibly.
Possibly. Alright, I think Juice Roll. I'm annoyed that Gossow's not here this week. I think...
I'd say it'd be juice round, Vaseline cock.
I think Vaseline Cock's gonna get a podium. I think Gossow would have been really good around this track. Knock on bolts, he's an American. I think the Americans around American circuits normally do quite well. That's something I would put my money on.
Well,
Prada maybe.
Did pretty good work. Did pretty well last week as well.
Noffel Honk, I've heard he's not too bad.
I don't know much about Fastman Faster, so.
He's not raced yet, has he? But we're gonna start qualifying as we've already reached 21 viewers already. That's beautiful. So then GTEL round 3, or Division 2 round 3.
Bought up by Brian, Jesus. He's buying everybody.
Vassman, they've been together a while, I think. Oh god, the cars are very loud. I'm gonna quickly sort my audio out. You might want to turn your mic volume up in a minute. Yeah, turn your mic volume up, you've gone really quiet. The cars are very loud. For, Laguna Seca, very historic circuit. Not very historic, it's probably the most popular or most known. It's one of the most known circuits in America when it comes to like road circuits, because you've got like your Daytona, you've got your Indy, and then when it comes to road circuits, Laguna Seca, Cota, and Watkins Glen. Would I be wrong?
I'd agree with that.
Laguna Seca is my least favourite out of all of them. It's my least favourite in the game. Personally, I prefer Special Stage Route X's. Yeah, as Vassman kind of proves my point.
Although,
JD says restart. Why?
Let's do the best.
Oh, I've dropped a bit of my muffin on the floor, you fucking langer. Why has JD said restart? He changed his tyres when you started. That's not my problem.
You have to.
He has to pit then.
You did it for Tim last week, or the week before. Come on.
No, Tim lagged. Tim lagged, didn't he?
Wasn't it during Brian's match?
I can't remember. Who's on the wrong tyres?
It's a fist on metal smite.
Havoc's on the wrong tyres.
You know, fist on metal smite isn't even in this lobby.
Is he not?
No, that's what JD was saying restart.
Oh shit. You know what? I am not with it today. Oh my fucking god. If Ninan has a mental breakdown, please don't watch.
You're lucky someone else was there. You would have just kept going.
Oh, thank you, Dino. I'm not with it. Oh my god. JD shouldn't be saying this or Mr. Fuffaficky should be saying restart, man. Oh. Why'd he leave? I didn't even notice he left. When did he leave?
Did he fully leave the lobby?
Oh, he unreadied. Fuck's sake. You're not meant to unready. You don't need to unready to change your tyres. Oh my god, you can. Oh, fuck's sake. Stop setting lap times and restart. What's wrong? Fucking Fister Messi and Fister Messi didn't ready up. He unreadied himself. Because I say, are you ready? And he doesn't put no. Oh, you... Oh. Sorry everyone for the delay. Div 2 is always shambles in some way. Oh my god, are they gonna back out? Who is it? Who needs to back out? OTBC Shrangu.
Jusro, Vazman, not knocking bolts, online Kreutzer and Shregu. Back out. Oh, and OTBC.
Oh, Prada. Ah! Fuck's sake, I really, like... Are we ever actually gonna fucking get a good race? Are we? We never get a good race. We peaked 23 viewers, I'll point out at that.
Could get more.
We peaked 23 viewers, that's the best we've ever had. And then it fucks up. Oh, man. Mate, if you fucking talk to Prada, 10 minutes ago, I was buzzing. I was like I was on crack, and now I'm in pissed. My muffins fell on the floor. This has gone to piss. And I can't, oh, I need to fucking, 1 minute. Oh, fuck yes, that felt good. Give me a muffin, give me a muffin. Right, I promise you, Ninan's not gonna be on crack.
Crack for that muffin.
Don't ask what's in the muffin. Don't ask.
It's obviously not sugar then, is it?
Fucking Ninan's pissed, right? Ninan's pissed.
It's a special type of sugar.
Mate, it's fucking... I don't know what this is, but this is... It's making me feel better. I've got a headache. Ninan's not in a good mood today now. Ninan was really happy 10 minutes ago. It has gone downhill. Welcome to Div 2. Ninan's not happy. I'm gonna cry. Anyway, first out is Shrangu. He's looking to get some points. I don't think Shrangu's on the points board yet. Actually, whilst I will load up the points. What are your predictions, Van?
Yeah, it's Juice Realm.
No Gaston.
Not true. He could be an outside show.
Gaston's not here, man.
Yeah, Baslin Cup. Then maybe online Kreutz or Batsman Bats if he has a bit of pace, Ben.
Well, we all have a chance to get on pole if they have pace.
That's true. It's all about driving faster than your other opponents.
Just trying to Div 2 standings. There you go.
An OTBC.
OTBC, he's someone that could be an outside surprise. There is no fridge, so I think OTBC has a chance of podium as Shrangu goes wide out of the corkscrew. It's a very tricky corner here. Like, that is a very tricky corner, the corkscrew. It's probably what makes the track most famous, in my opinion. It's a good track.
Juice Realm's gone off.
Oh no, it's not a good track, but Juice Realm, he's going to be first across the line. He's got no slipstream. Further back, there's a bit of a battle going on in the vets. The BMW, then across the line, the Canadian, he's going to be looking to get his second win of the season as he goes across the line. If he has a clean lap, he should be the first to set the benchmark lap time, and with Juice Realm's pace, that might be the pole lap as Online Cruiser, he's right onto the back of Prada as Prada goes very deep into one and then spins it. I think Cruiser may be happy with the bit of a slipstream he's got there. Don't know if he impeded him as Prada resets to track. Everyone goes through. That's his lap ruined.
Yeah, I think he spun a corkscrew possibly.
Yes. Well, that is a beautiful aerial shot I've just had. But the two teammates, Cruiser and Fister Mephi, they go up the hill together. They might be working together, giving a bit of slipstream, giving a bit of turn. They might swap around next lap. maybe helping each other out here a bit. Fister Meffy is the slower of the two drivers, so I think maybe we're trying to... Maybe Cruiser's trying to get Fister Meffy further up the grid.
This is a pretty strong lap by Juice, it looks like.
Juice is pulling away massively further back. Noffel, Honk and Vassman, they come through the corkscrew. That might be a corner cut for Vassman. He goes very wide across flat or through the final turn. Keeping it as straight as possible. Bit of a shaky exit for Juice Ram down towards the line. Then what's it going to be? What's the benchmark lap time going to be? It's a 1:21.07. Oh. That is quick.
Online Kreuzer and Fister Meffy are having some issues.
Up and there. Oh. The Online Cruiser's 5 seconds off the pace there. That's not a fast lap. Vassman. Noffelhorn goes into second. Vassman goes into third. And then the lap times start to roll in as a slipstream train. 125s for a lot of people. People have been impeded a lot, and Juice Ram's got a big gap. Yeah, everyone's setting some low lap times. I think a lot of people have had problems. Vassman Cox says, "What the fuck to our Papa?" Oh,
Bargy.
Our Papa set at 1:37. He's really off. Did he have a mistake?
It was not knocking bolts. DBC is getting very argy-bargy.
I've got a nice slipstream. I mean, they're all battling. They're really impeding each other. If you see Prada, OTBC, and Fister Meffy going up towards the corkscrew, they're all having a bit of a. They're all got a bit of a slipstream train, and going up to the corkscrew, you don't want to be trying to overtake somebody. You lose about a second there because of how difficult the corner is. You'll see here, as the downhill, it's so steep, it's so awkward. The way it works, I don't know how MotoGP goes around here. But if you look at the gap between Noffel Honk in second and Juice Ram in first, Juice Ram on provisional pole, that gap is 4 seconds. So a 1:25 is not quick round here. There's a lot of time to find an Online Cruiser. He closes that gap with a 1:23.9. So it's an improvement. As then Noffel Honk, he improves to a 1:23, whatever it was, 1:23.3 is. Vassman, he improves. Vassman goes provisional second. He closes the gap down on 1:22.7. We're starting to see the lap times get a lot quicker.
Trago. Oh, that's a dreadful time. Trago.
Down towards the line, Shrengu, yeah, didn't improve. A 1:29. Oh, that's not good. Our Papa improves. That puts him. Who's in last? Vaseline Cock still not set a lap time. He's someone that has some pace. I think someone's had a spin as Vaseline Cock. Has anyone actually pitted yet for their tyres? It's a short lap here. It's like Brands Hatch in a sense when it comes to the.
Papa's kind of, I don't know, donuts.
Juice is going very slowly. On minus OTBC, that's impeded Vaseline Cock on his lap. And with 4:30 on the clock, Vaseline Cock needs to get a time in faster. Juice Ram, he goes and pits, and you can get a lot of laps in here. You can go. There's a lot of laps you can get in here, in my opinion. Through the corkscrew then for Vaseline Cock. Is there a split time nearby? No. We don't actually get the split time. Online Cruiser at 1:22.9. He closes the gap to Vassman, but not by much. Vassman then extends the gap with a 1:22.5, closing the gap to Juice Ram. We're in the final corner then. The guy who's currently sitting second in the championship, Vaseline Cock, is hoping he's got a bit of the slipstream from Parado across the line. It's going to be beaten, but where's he going to put him? He goes into fifth. He needs to find 3/10 on to put himself into fourth. OTBC third in the championship. He needs to improve. Noffel Honk's time is a 1:23.3. Juice Ram 1.4 seconds is the lead. This is like Devil of Div 2, let's be honest. He's scary.
Yeah, but in fairness, everyone else was kind of battling each other for some reason.
Whilst you're here, what are your thoughts on Devil having the chance to win Div 1 tomorrow?
It's just delaying the inevitable, really, isn't it?
With there being no more Hayden as well, do you think you can get a podium? You need to be beating JD. You need to be beating JD.
So, I said JD is possibly the favourite, in my opinion.
Vassman and Cruiser, they go into the pits. They're going to have the last lap dash when it comes to the tyres. getting some fresh rubber on. They might get a lap or two in, depending on how quick. No, they're only going to get a lap in, an extra lap. So you have to find a lot of time. Juice from his out lap, then we'll follow him around on this lap down towards turn 1. It's a little kink. Turn 2 officially down towards this braking point. Everyone else is improving. OTBC, he goes into third with a 22.5. That's very good from him. That's an improvement that's needed to be seen. Cruz, knock and bolts at 22.9. Congratulations on his baby, which is why he's missed the past 2 races. As Juice Rum gets very shaky on the grass, and that's his lap time gone, and he really should be bailing out of this now. Because on the exit of 3, loses his rear end. Your mic's gone a bit quiet, by the way.
Oh, has it?
Yeah. We want loud dyno.
Is that alright?
Let's say something.
Is that alright?
Yeah, it's not too bad yet.
Alright.
Juice Romy, this lap's really ruined from him. OTBC, will he be out in time? He might. No, OTBC's just in. OTBC's qualifying is done. Juice Rom's really off the pace. He will have another lap to go at it, but Vassman down towards the corkscrew. He's. Wow, 2 thousandths is the gap between Vassman and OTBC. So if there's any sort of improvement from OTBC, Vassman needs to get his gear on, as he almost comes together with one of the Germans. That's Cruiser.
Absolutely wrecked. Who was that?
Who's been wrecked?
I think it was knocking balls wreck Cruiser, I think.
Me? Yeah, I've just seen something out of the final, in the penultimate turn. There's yellow flags. He's Vassman down towards the line. Oh, this is an out lap, my bad. So then the final laps for everyone starting as Prada pulls out the way. Vassman down towards turn 1. He's going to really need to improve. Shrengu, he's down in 9th, I believe. Yes. Kavak as well. He's not having a good qualifying, down in 10th, but up at the front, Juice Rum, he's on his final lap. He had a shocker in the window to get the best out of your tyres. He had a stinker, had a bit of a tank slapper out of 3, didn't have the best line through the corkscrew. That's somewhere on your tyres. And that puts Vassman and OTBC in the prime spot. It's 1.5 seconds they need to find, but with the fresh rubber, lighter car, they are basically... they're in the hot seat right now. They have the best chance to take pole off of Juice Rum. It's a good line through there. I think that's turn 6 for Vassman.
Qualifying's done. He had a bit of a mistake.
So Vassman's... what's happened with Vassman? Vassman's stopped.
Yeah, he got impeded, I think. Possibly.
Well, the checkered flag is out, then everyone's coming across the line. Everyone's going a bit slowly. Fister Mephi, he improves, that puts him in 8th. It's very close throughout the back and stuff. Vassman's in the pits, OTBC's in the pits. I think the only person who can really challenge now is Cruiser. Cruiser's had a mistake, and everyone, there's been a bit chaotic here, I believe.
Bro.
No one's improving. Noffel Honk, he's still on track. No, he's going slow. I think he's done. Everyone seems to be done. Nope. Vaslincock, he's still on track. He's currently going green. He's the only person that could really do anything. 23 viewers, welcome. Down towards the line at the final turn. It's not looking quick for Vaslincock. He's currently sitting second in the championship across the line. What's it going to be? Puts him second. Well done, Vaslincock. Well, that was not a good qualifying session for Vaslincock until the end. And he had more fuel than Juice Rum did. But Juice Rum's first lap was the pole lap. That was a messy...
that was his problem.
That was a messy session.
It's going to be an interesting race of qualifying like that.
I think it's going to be amazing. In that qualifying session, there was a lot of spinning, there was a lot of crashing, and no one could really get anything in. So, Juice Rum on pole. For...
very convincingly.
Yeah. It's looking like we're in for a good race. Vaslincock second. Vassman in his debut puts us out on third. OTBC's looking to get his second podium of the season and put himself in and maintain that gap. Or try and maybe take Vaslincock and move himself into second in the championship. Online Cruiser, brilliant qualifying from him. Knock and bolts on his return from his wife's pregnancy. He was here at round 1. He missed round 2 and what was meant to be round 2. He missed a spa round, which was eventually cancelled, but he's been out for 2 weeks as his wife has been a baby's been on the way, and I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but congratulations to Knock and Bolts and his baby. Maybe you can get a good result for them. Down the line then. Laguna Seca. Crashuna Seca, whatever. It's been a messy qualifying session, but on pole, Juicestrom for the second time this season. He's leading the championship, followed by Vaslinkov and Vassman and OTBC. That's the first 2 rows. Third row, Online Cruiser and Knock and Bolts. He's the highest placed American and the only American in this race, so Gossard's not here. Noffelhonk and Fisomestifi on the 4th row of the grid. Kavak and Shrengu on the 5th. And then Prada and our Papa close out the back of the grid.
Our Papa's using the 458.
Yeah, I know. So then, away and they go. Juicestrom down towards the little kink into turn 1. Vassman, it's going to be a fairly even run. They've got about a second gap between each of the cars. The slipstream's going to close the gap. Now, is there going to be any chaos? Vaslinkov, Vassman, OTBC, Cruiser, all through safe. Knock and Bolts and Noffelhong, there's a bit of a gap between them. Cruiser and Kavak, they're falling back as well, down a straight line. Shrengu, he's been down into 10th, as Kavak seems to have already got past him, I believe. Then Prada and our Papa all through safe. Juicestrom's already pulling a bit of a second lead as OTBC, and well, Vassman's getting quite onto the back of Vaslinkov already. Do you think Vassman's going to go for a move into the corkscrew? If he has a good exit out of 6, he could have a good run down towards corkscrew.
Oh, would he want to ruin his teammates' race? Technically.
Well, you never know. Maybe. The B&R Racing boys then. What car does Vassman... They're both in Porsches, yes. Vaslinkov really broke a bit late there, and, well, yeah, that broke... Sorry, if I can get my words out, that really late break by Vaslinkov has allowed Juicestrom to get a bit of a lead going. Vaslinkov sort of brake tested his teammate there, and Juicestrom's off into the distance, so the battle for this final podium spots are going to be intense with these B&R boys. OTBC, he's struggling to keep up as that gap's going to a second. Knock and Bolts is already 3 seconds off the pace. So the top 4, after 1 lap's already pulling away. It's 1:25 first lap for Juicestrom. That's not bad. That's faster than some people were setting in qualifying, and this was a rolling start. Fistomefi down towards turn 1. He's looking for a move on to Noffelhonk. He pulls out to the outside. He's going to try and go around the outside into turn 1. Through the kink. Is he through? No. Yes, he is. He's through on Noffelhonk. He goes quite deep. Is Noffelhonk going to be able to get back? No, it goes through the late double apex. It's a weird turn 1 here. As I go through turn 2. I really hate this turn. And this aerial view is amazing. Thank you, Gran Turismo, for this. As Kavak, he catches it on the curb and, just about catches it. Prada's got himself up into 9th. He's chasing his points in his GTEL debut, and down in last. Our Papa is falling off. Online Cruisers, where did Online Cruiser have a mistake? He was up at the front, and now he's down in 11th. So Online Cruisers had a lap 1 incident.
Lap. Kind of went a bit too wide, I think. Oh, someone else had it.
Shrengu, he's had an incident at 6 up at the front. Juicestrom, 2.4 seconds is the lead. Vassman and Vaslinkov. Vassman's actually got through on Vaslinkov, because to run down towards the penultimate turn, is Vaslinkov going to look for a move? He's not quite close enough. Maybe he's going to look for a move into turn 1, but these B&R guys can't keep fighting. They need to work together as Juicestrom's pulling ahead. This is not looking good for them. But further back, this battling is keeping OTBC in the hunt for the podium, which is kind of what we saw at Brands Hatch. The battling keeps OTBC in it. But in the second half of the race, he goes.
Right, mate, I'll be right back, right?
No. Noffelhonk, he's going to be under pressure from Kavak, as Kavak, he's got a really good run in the Porsche. He goes to the inside, into turn 1, is he going to be able to brake late enough? No. Noffelhonk nails his braking point, and Kavak just didn't have the balls to sort of lunge it into what is officially turn 1. Everything is going to plan according to the B&R boys. Well, strategy-wise, if they keep fighting, the tyres aren't going on. They need to be working together and need to get their head down and try and catch up to Juicestrom as OTBC. He's not in B&R. He's Juicstrom's teammate. OTBC will be more than happy to go and fight Juicestrom here. For OTBC and Juicestrom, or if Vaslinkov and OTBC keep going at it, Vaslinkov's going to fall off, and maybe Vassman will be forced to maybe slow down and try and help his teammate if he can't have the pace to catch if he can't have the pace to catch Juicer, the top 4 is 2 teams. We've got, well, the mysterious, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil any names, but I do know the name of their team. But it's Juice and OTBCs, and then BNR Racing. If OTBC has a good run here, Vassman may be forced to slow down and try and help his team out a bit. OTBC, he seems to have a good run though. He's in the slipstream. His teammate's not quite close enough to his teammate. The gap's going down to about 3/10. Is he going to be close enough for a move into turn 1? No. Or what is officially turn 2, but it's the first breaking point. It's just a little kink. He's not going to be close enough for turn 2. That's not really an overtaking spot. Maybe turn 3. The next overtaking spot, maybe turn 4 if you're ballsy enough. No, turn 5. Yeah, turn 5 if you're ballsy enough. But there's a long way to go really in terms of overtaking spots. There's not many at this track, but it's a very short track. OTBC tucked right into the slipstream. We're just going to be patient as now Vaslincock's falling off the back of his teammate and he's let Vassman go and chase. The gap's not extending as side by side. We're going to look for a move into turn 6 now. OTBC thinks better of it and backs out of it. That's very smart from the Brit. But he's now not going to be close enough into the corkscrew, so he's going to have to wait until the final turn. Online Cruiser had a lap 1 incident. We don't know where, we don't know when, but I think he may have had some contact in the midfield. That gap now between OTBC. OTBC backing out of turn 6, or backing out of the move in turn 6 really impeded them. And if that Toyota gets a bit on the gravel and falls the back of it. These liveries look amazing though. BNR Racing's done a very good job as Vaslincock's very shaky and OTBC's now going to have a very good run. Let's ride on board with him. As down in towards turn 1, is he going to be close enough for a move? Is he going to lunge it? He's nowhere near Vassman anymore. He's not quite close enough to go for a move. OTBC is keeping it fair. He doesn't want to go for a dive bomb. He's not feeling like Daniel Ricciardo today. As Vaslincock goes very wide and OTBC do go side by side, but Vaslincock's going to get the move. He's going to keep the place. Good exit via Vaslincock after going quite deep. Maybe that was all put up to plan. Good line going in deep. It's already 5 minutes in, and well, the battle for the podiums is already heating up. As maybe if this battle keeps going on, Knock and Bolts can close the gap. If these two keep getting at it, Knock and Bolts can close the gap down. They've got 5 seconds to make up, but maybe if he's good on tyres and stuff, who knows? Down towards turn 6. This is where he went for the where he looked for the move last time. He teased it, tucks back into the slipstream. Just wants to get a good exit, maybe to carry it into, maybe for a move into the corkscrew. He's a lot closer this time. Is he feeling a move? Is he close enough? I don't believe so. Hits the braking point. No, he's not. OTBC kind of hit his bumper there, I believe. He's slowed down. And wow. Online Cruiser's down. He's got himself into 10th now. He's past Shrengu. Shrengu's already 40 seconds off. Our Papa's nearly about to be lapped. Back at the front though, Vassman's got past Juiceram. What is going on? Juiceram's had a mistake. We've been too engrossed with the Vaslincock OTBC. Vassman's got past Juiceram. So now BNR's in the lead of the race. Across the line, it's a 22.7. Last lappers are on lap 6 now. In the hour. Vassman now leads the race as Juiceram's going to look to get past, and if Vassman can play smart here, if Vassman can park the bus a bit here, if the gap's gone right down, Vaslincock can try and close his way back in, and this will be a brilliant result for BNR Racing. But if Vassman does park the bus, OTBC's there then to defend from his teammate, but Vassman wants to pull away. He doesn't want to slow down, he wants to get a bigger lead as possible, but if, well, the tyres so far in the top 4 all looking the same fuel-wise. Vassman's got a lot more fuel than, well, they're all at similar fuel, similar tyres, so the strategy could all be about the same. As we approach near enough the 10-minute mark, I'm expecting a 2-stop, maybe about 35 minutes for pit, or 25 minutes heat stint deep into the corkscrew for Vassman. That's not good. That's not what we want to see. Juiceram. Well, Vassman's having a great run here. We don't actually know what happened with Juiceram and Vassman. Maybe Juiceram had a mistake, maybe he's laid off the pace, but he's going to lock for a move though around the outside to the final turn. He's close enough. We don't know. Juiceram, he thinks about it. Is he going to try and go for a cutback? No. He's very shaky on the rear. That's going to impede his exit speed. I think Vassman's now in the slipstream range near enough as OTBC's now fallen off as they've stopped fighting, but tucked into the slipstream. We know Juiceram's not really scared to go for a move. He's not close enough though into turn 2. So then, 6 laps down. Near enough 9 minutes down, 8.5 minutes to be precise. Vassman leads then from Juiceram. As Juiceram started on pole, we believe he's had a bit of a mistake somewhere. Vaslincock, he's in 3rd. He's lost out to his teammate who's, well, his teammate's got himself in 1st. He was 3rd, and you see up into the distance, our Papa. That's going to be interesting how we deal with the back marker that Ferrari's really not feeling the pace. They're starting to pull away a bit, so Vaslin Koch and OTBC there look like they may engage with that battle a bit here. And the way this is going to work is going to be really interesting. We've got B&R Racing 1 and 3, and we've got, well, Juice Realm and OTBC's team. We've got Can-Am Racing, I'm going to say, or Can-Am Autosports 4 and 5. Yellow flags. Has someone had a mistake? No, it's all good. So, yeah, those just yellow flags. I don't know what happened. Where is our Papa on track? He's just coming through the... no, the yellow flags were for our Papa, I believe, as it got past. And if you look in the way that Juice Realm's driving, he's trying to look for a move. He's trying to find a gap here, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But it's early days, but Juice Realm doesn't care about early days. He wants to go for the move, it seems. Juice Realm wants to be leading. He wants to be at the front. He doesn't want to be sitting back, but sitting back's not necessarily a bad thing, as you can save your fuel. As you can go for an undercut and refuel less if you just sit in the back, which is good. But maybe we could be seeing a pit stop every 20 minutes. Go for an undercut. Sitting in this slipstream may not actually be a bad thing for Juice Realm, because if Juice Realm does sit here, as he sets the purple sector, Juice Realm's not sitting back, as we quickly compare the fuel, Juice Realm's got a little less fuel than Vassman. He tries to tease the move into turn 6, he gets very close to Vassman's bumper. That was a very ambitious move by Juice Realm, he doesn't quite get it. Into turn 6, is he going to get it? That was turn 5, my bad. He has a very good exit though, as they run up the hill, down towards the corkscrew, and Juice Realm's now in the lead. He's going for the inside line into the corkscrew, and he gets the move done, and that's a brilliant move by Juice Realm, as Vassman has no answer for it into the corkscrew. So Juice Realm retakes the lead of the race, and he is really not saving. A good idea could have been just to sit in the slipstream, but no. Vassman's plan now should be to sit in the slipstream and save the fuel. But he doesn't. Juice Realm's already pulled nearly a second lead. That's brilliant, as Vaslin Koch's got a half-second penalty further back, and he falls right off. Well, a good plan could have been just sit in the slipstream, save your fuel. If you save the fuel, if you sit in the slipstream, you're able to save the fuel, which is good, as it means, as we saw it in the Div 1 race for the past 2 weeks with Ruben. If you save your fuel good enough, come the pit stop, you can undercut and refuel less, and it will work out amazing. Vassman's now got himself right onto the back of Juice Realm. Don't know what happened then, but if I was Vassman, just sit and save some fuel here, and then undercut him, or just beat him with the fuel. Beat him in the pit stops, because Juice Realm's looking racing. Juice Realm's going to want to pull a gap. As we've seen so far, Juice Realm's tyres, they're both pretty equal, but Juice Realm's fuel, he's got a lighter car, which means he's using more fuel. Juice Realm's pushing a lot harder than Vassman is. They've got a lot of fuel left. It'll be weird. You probably could pit you're not going to get a one-stop out here. I don't believe. Maybe the midfields can go for a one-stop, but up the front, a one-stop's not really possible, as Juice Realm goes very wide into the corkscrew. I what happened last time when Vassman goes through. And Juice Realm... well, let's have a quick look. Where is Online Cruiser? He's now got himself into 9th. He's got past Prado. He's chasing down some points, but back up the front into the final turn. Juice Realm teases a move. He's going to go for a bit of a cutback here. He might do. He's not quite close enough. He's going to tuck right into the slipstream, but he's going to be close enough for a move into turn 1 or turn 2. Vaslin Koch and OTBC is one we might have to go to in a minute as well. As OTBC and Vaslin Koch go tussling for positions there a minute, as OTBC was in 4th. Juice Realm's not quite close enough. He tries to go around the outside. It's going to be a ballsy move from Juice Realm, sorry. He doesn't quite get the move done. Enter turn 1. Vaslin Koch still got to serve a bit of his penalty, and whoa, they've had a bit of a coming together. 5 seconds is the gap, and these two up the front, the Can-Am Racing and the B&R Racing, they're pulling well ahead now. As it's a bit of a back and forth between these two. Vassman and Juice Realm, who's going to have it? We will never know. This is going to be very interesting. So then, we're approaching the quarter of the stage done. 15 minutes will be done after about another lap, so maybe about a 40 lap race, which is around about what we did at Brands Hatch. There's similar lap times. We got 43 laps in at Brands Hatch, I believe. So we could be seeing similar laps if we see consistent laps like this, as Juice Realm's probably the quicker guy. He's a bit more ballsy and he takes a lot more risk. Juice Realm isn't saving. Now, looking at how the tyres are going, the fuel could go a lot longer. The fuel can go 30 minutes if you can save. We know Juicerom hasn't been saving. If you go you probably can go medium, and if you do a bit of fuel saving, as we're only halfway through. So a one stop is possible if you do a bit of fuel saving. And it's not as much as you would have had to do at the Nürburgring last week. So a bit of fuel saving is possible to do a one stop if you do medium. But the tyres aren't as good as they were at the Nürburgring. The tyres here are dreadful, looking at Juicerom's. The tyres on both drivers, so in about 5 minutes they will be pitting. And whoever takes the lead will be whoever has the most amount, whoever has more fuel left in their tank will lead at the pit stop because they'll be able to refuel less. And they may be able to go for a quick splash. They won't have to refuel full way, and if you do, that's a bit of a silly move. Looking at the way the strategy is going, do what Ruben does. Take inspiration from Ruben. He's a great driver. He's done 2 rounds, won 2 races. He's amazing. As that's a penalty for Vassman at the corkscrew. You always have to be careful of that. Maybe you can be strategic, serve it, and let Juicerom go through. Because right now, where Juicerom is, take it like a cycling race when it comes to fuel. Let Juicerom through, and then he's got to burn more fuel. And if he goes slower, let him through. As Vaseline cockpits, so he's maybe going for a free stop. This will be an interesting strategy as OTBC's now got to put into work. And where is Knock and Bolts? Knock and Bolts is going through the final turn, so he's going to be well ahead of Vaseline Cock. So it's going to be interesting what he does. And will Vassman go for the same strategy as Vaseline Cock? Remember, they are teammates, so maybe they go for the same thing. That will be interesting. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. Vaseline Cock, where is he? He's still in the pits. Tyres go on. It's a longer pit stop after the update last week. We saw it. It's going to be interesting what fuel he takes. Now, Vassman's read how bad the tyres are. The tyres are causing a lot of penalties, and I say that because think of the exits you get of turns like at the corkscrew. At the corkscrew, as Vassman gets very close to the back marker there of our Papa, but the corkscrew, if you've got bad tyres, you're going to go a lot. You can run a bit wide into the corkscrew, and that's how you get the penalties like Vassman and Vaseline Cock have got, which is not good. But maybe a free stop is the plan because the tyres aren't lasting, but the fuel is. Because if the fuel's going this way, you could double stint your fuel effectively and just go in and take tyres, and that might be an interesting strategy, which could give Vaseline Cock a good performance as Vassman takes more time out of his pit stop, and I believe Juicerom is saving a bit of fuel as Vassman's now catching up in terms of who's got less fuel. So Vassman's now really pulling a gap, and Juicerom's just laying off a bit here. Maybe Juicerom's struggling for pace on the tyres. Maybe Vassman's not necessarily managing them better, but coping better, which will be interesting. Because if Vassman's coping with the worn tyres, it'll be interesting to see how they go. But I think we're going to see a different type of strategy is to actually see what Vaseline Cock has come out on softs. But you see how much fuel he's taken. Now, if he's planning to go a free stop and pit every 15 minutes, the amount of fuel he's taken is too much. Because he could really have just gone a bit more over half. Because a bit more over half will do you for 15 minutes. Not 3/4. Because that's about 20 minutes. Which is what I believe these guys are going to go. Maybe Vaseline Cock goes a bit longer. We don't know when it comes to strategy. But the gap's now dipped under a second. It's sitting around about that second mark as it then goes over again. As Vassman seems to be a lot better through the corkscrew, but that may be because of Juicerom's tyres. But downhill, that BMW weighs more than a Porsche, I believe. Use your brain. Downhill works well. Vassman tries to get rid of the rest of his penalty. Not got long to go. About 2 more laps, and I believe we'll be seeing these two pit. But looking at how bad their tyres are, Vaseline Cock could have got a massive. If he needs to clear these back markers, and there's a bit of contact there. As Fister Mephi and our Papa, 4 wide near enough, or a stretch of 4 cars. That's not what Vaseline Cock needs. Vaseline Cock's gone for a bit of an undercut. He will be taking less fuel than the guys ahead, so that's a benefit. But he'll be doing more pit stop times. So after the first stint, we may be seeing Vaseline Cock ahead. But he needs to be clearing these slower cars a lot quicker than he is. He's been stuck behind these for the past couple of laps. And maybe they should... I mean, our Fister Mephi should really not have been fighting that, I believe. He probably should have just let him go. But look at how bad the tyres are now. Look how much fuel they're going to be taking as well. Maybe Vaslinkock's got the strategy right. They're going to be taking about 10 seconds extra fuel, and then think about the time in the pit stops. Time on tyres, sorry, on the outlap. If Vaslinkock has some flying outlaps, if he clears Noffelhonk, which is a bit of a gap as the green sector for him, personal best. Now, round the final 2 turns, will Vassman pit? No, past the pit exit he goes. So does Juicrom. Juicrom doesn't go for an undercut, which might have been the smarter thing to do. But fuel-wise, Juicrom's got less fuel, so he's going to be taking the longer pit stop. But the tyres are dead. OTBC, he pits then. How much fuel has he's got? OTBC's got the same amount as Juicrom, but his tyres are also a lot better. That's interesting, so maybe he can go a lot longer. But who knows? A good indicator though, here's who we need to be looking for. With OTBC pitting, the gap with them was about a second when he came out. 2 turns to go for Vaslinkock. It'll be interesting. I still believe Vaslinkock should have taken less fuel than he did. But that's just my belief. Round the final turn, it's a terrible exit for Noffelhonk, and Vaslinkock's going to have a very good run at him into turn 1. He's past OTBC, online cruiser, he's had a brilliant comeback, he's got himself into second. Vaslinkock through the kink of turn 1, he's not close enough through 2. Through up towards the corkscrew, Vassman, Vasser and Juicrom. Everyone else is pitting, and these leaders, they're going to have fresher tyres when they come out, but everyone, with the way their tyres looking, could have a massive undercut here. Knockenbolzer's got himself into third. He's on softs and he's going to be pitting this lap. He's really burnt his fuel. That Corvette really eating fuel. The front tyres are terrible. Juicrom gets round to the back of Vassman, and well, they both stay out. This is not going... Are they going until their fuel runs out? Because if they go until their fuel runs out, that's not a strategy you really want to be doing, and Juicrom shouldn't really be following him. Because they've probably got about 5 more laps of fuel, but look at their tyres. Vaslinkock's going to be setting consistently flying laps now. Once he gets past Noffelhonk, and Noffelhonk is really fighting. Let's have a look. Noffelhonk shouldn't be fighting this. There's a bit of lag by Vaslinkock, because Noffelhonk doesn't realise that Vaslinkock has already made a pit stop. This is really impeding both of them. Noffelhonk, this fighting's letting the guys behind catch up, and this is stupid by Noffelhonk. Noffelhonk constantly defending is slowing down, and then it allows people like Knockenbolz behind to catch up. So this is not what Noffelhonk wants to be doing. He wants to let Vaslinkock through. Someone needs to be telling him that Vaslinkock is pitted. Now, if Vaslinkock could deal with Noffelhonk, that'll be good. Because once he gets past Noffelhonk, he's just got the fresher rubber. If you compare the last laps for these drivers, it was 2 seconds faster than these guys, and he probably would be not. I believe Vaslinkock was saying low 22s, high 21s. That's what I believe, right? Because it's the fresh rubber and a lighter car. Juicrom pits then, so he's probably going to come out ahead. He's going to be undercutting Vassman. What's Vassman's strategy here is going to be interesting. Is he trying to go for a one-stop, which will be very risky with the state of his tyres? There's a 125.03. Let's have a look at Vaslinkock, and Noffelhonk's really just holding him up now. He's really struggling to get past as Noffelhonk just keeps defending. And this is going to, look, he's 1.4 seconds down. This strategy should really be working. Gets past Noffelhonk, he's got clean air ahead of him, fresh rubber, he would be ahead of the guys ahead. He will be faster than the guys ahead. He's going to go past Juicrom, I believe. Let's see. Juicrom's repitting, that's going to be close on exit. As Vaslinkock's now got himself into second, as Juicrom still not been released. So Vaslinkock will still be ahead as he's now got past Noffelhonk. But too little too late. Juicrom pits, he's done a full refill as well. And he's only just behind Vaslinkock. So Juicrom's quicker than Vaslinkock anyway, we know this. And then he's got fresh rubber as well. Noffelhonk, I mean, Vaslinkock's strategy on paper will work, but the speed it took him to clear the back markers was not good. OTBC's probably been the biggest gainer here. He got clear of the back markers quite quick. I didn't notice how Noffelhonk was... I didn't know... Oh, excuse me. I didn't notice an awful honk span. Vassman's in the pit, so that gap's already come down, and Vaslinkock, he's going to be at a big disadvantage now. The time it took him to clear the back markers is not good. He was stuck behind Noffelhonk because Noffelhonk didn't know that Vaslinkock had pitted. Vaslinkock was in net third. So maybe he didn't know, but if he did know, you don't want to be doing that. Let the guy through. If you know he's on fresh rubber, you know he's fast, you can take the toe and maybe pull ahead a bit. But you fighting like that's not the plan. Vassman goes on to mediums. Vassman comes out ahead of Noffelhonk, or behind Noffelhonk. And the BNR guys are really not going to like Noffelhonk. OTBC's got through, actually. No, they just get past Noffelhonk. And fresh softs compared, or slightly used softs compared to fresh mediums, that's going to be an interesting battle. Vassman's got himself right down the back of OTBC. And Juicerum's going to be loving this. Juicerum will be loving this because what Juicerum can do now, Juicerum can go, teammate, hold him up. Because Vassman's the guy he's fighting for the lead with, and we could be seeing some slight tactics come out here. And Vaslinkock, he's meant to be pitting in the next 5 minutes if he keeps up with strategy he's going for. Now his tyre's looking fine, that's going to be a corner cut though. If Vaslinkock is going for this free stop, he'll be pitting in the next 4 or so minutes, which you may bail on that because of the way the tyres went and how long it took him to clear Noffelhonk. The gap wasn't really there, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Juicerum's right on the back of Vaslinkock. He's going to fancy move into turn 1. We know how racy Juicerum is. If he can get a good exit, which he seems not to have gotten. He's actually losing time to the Porsche down at the straight, so Noffelhonk will be fine. Juicerum, oh, he looked for a bit of a cutback there. Like I said, Juicerum's getting very racy as they go through turn 3. Down towards turn 4. Is Juicerum going to look for a move into 5 or 6? Juicerum is very racy. We've seen this. He's willing to go for a move. He's close. He's only an attempt. He's swerving around. He's trying to debate Vaslinkock. He's not close enough into 5. On run down to 6. He's got a very good exit. He's going to do what he did to Vassman before. There's a bit of contact as they touch sight as the wheels nudge. Very respectful, though, they're not really getting in the way. Vaslinkock trying to go for a bit of a switchback there as Juicerum's finally got through on the run down towards the corkscrew, though. Is Vaslinkock going to be close enough? He's swapped right to the slipstream. They're really bumping, and Vaslinkock's lag's not causing a lot of problems. They could be seeing a bit of a wreck here as Vaslinkock. Oh, he got very close to the back of Juicerum there. He seems to have got a better exit on the downhill, maybe towards the penultimate turn. Vaslinkock is even close enough, though. Juicerum's pulling away. Well, that was a bit intense. OTBC and Vassman further back. OTBC's pulling away from Vassman, so Vassman's had a bit of a problem there. And the gap's also extending as well. So I think Vassman may have had a bit of a mistake. But Online Cruiser, he got himself into the points after that lap 1 incident. That's a brilliant comeback from the German. Well, what's happened since you've been gone? Vassman took the lead. I think Juicerum had a mistake at the corkscrew. Vassman took the lead. And Vaslinkock's gone for an early pit stop, had a chance, he just couldn't clear the back markers. Vassman couldn't clear the back markers and Noffelhonk didn't realise. Noffelhonk didn't realise that Vaslinkock had already pitted and just defended it with his life. So that allowed Knock and Bolts to close the gap to Noffelhonk. Knock and Bolts had pitted and Noffelhonk holding up the guys. Yeah, Noffelhonk, if it's going to stop being annoying. Noffelhonk holding up Vassman, because he's defending, he's losing at least a second a lap, especially with the 1 tyre, so compared to Knock and Bolts who had already pitted, it wasn't doing him any favours. He really should have just let him go. If you let him go through, he could have been an advantage, but Noffelhonk's really impeded his races. He's taken his fuel a long way, that Swede. We could be seeing the first ever 1-stoppers. Kavak's had a bit of a spin there. Oh god, that's a bit scary. Well, hope he's alright in that car.
Online Kreutzer has gone up a position as well.
Yeah, he's gone into 6 now.
10
grand.
It was last at one point.
I know, he had a spin at lap 1 and now he's really pulling it back. Vaslinkock and Juicerum, the strategy here could be really impressive. If he does stick to this free stop, And I really hope he does, because this free stop really could actually end up working out for Vassman, or for Vaslinkock. Noffelhonk's lost a lot of time. If we go quickly look at his last laps, 25, 26, 37, they've not been good. He's actually pitted recently as well. He pitted only on, what, lap 16, and now lap 20 he's pitted, so, Noffelhonk's had a bit of a no-no, and Juicram's got a bit of a penalty. I wonder what corner he cut there. The sausage curbs around here are deadly. Don't really want to be touching them. Well, Juicram down towards the corkscrew gets rid of it. That's going to close the gap to Vaslinkock, but Vaslinkock's... Juicram's not really going to be bothered. He's going to pull the gap away again, and it's already gone over a second. Knock and Bolts though down in 5th. He's having a brilliant race in that Corvette. As we approach the halfway stage in this race, 30 minutes to go. Online Cruiser, terrible first lap, got himself in 6th, that's amazing. Prada, he's having not the ideal debut he'd like, but I'm sure he's enjoying himself on track. But Juice he's... Well, the top 4's heartbeats are going to be really on edge. Vassman, he's led a lot of this race, but he's now got himself onto mediums, and he's just about catching up to the back of OTBC. And what strategy he goes for is going to be quite interesting. Maybe he realised Vassman's strategy is just take the fuel as long as you can go, get the late pit stop. But when it comes to fuel, it's a bit of an interesting one. So I wonder what strategy is what they're gonna go for here. Now, if Vaslinkock, yeah, I mean our Papa, it's the same as Brantach. He's just been off the pace. Juicram's now pulling out the sort of lead we saw in the opening stages of this race, and it's getting to the point where I believe Vaslinkock was going to pit. So if Vaslinkock does pit, he's a second and a half behind.
What would be wise for him to pit? Have less fuel to fill up, and then maybe.
Well, if he goes for the sort of free stop he's been going for, is he going to pit? No. Now, Vaslinkock's tyres are a lot worse, so I'd actually want Vaslinkock should probably pit next lap round, as he's now losing a lot of time to Juicram in terms of tyres, and he's in danger of being swallowed up by OTBC. If OTBC, you know, can catch up, the tyre wear is not looking good, but Vaslinkock should pit.
His tyres are fine as well.
Because the strategy he's had so far, the free stop has been quite smart. And I will admit, the free stop has seemed to be... The free stop round here, the way your tyres get eaten up, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Because you could theoretically double stint fuel. Which is... It's not a bad thing, being able to double stint fuel.
It's like 20 laps or something on the field there. Which is a bit mad.
That's half the race is predicted around about 40 laps. It's about a similar lap time to what we saw at Brands Hatch. Vaslinkock would love a race win. And the strategy, the free stop, on paper, when I look at it, when you think of it, it seems to work a lot. The only problem was Vaslinkock couldn't get hot laps in, whilst Juicram and Vassman, they went really long. They was just going until their fuel ran out, basically. You know what the original sort of Suzuka Div 1, like the early stages of the league was, before strategy was a massive thing. Like, before strategy was a massive thing, Juicram and Vassman were just going as fast as they can. They were going until their fuel ran out, which meant their tyres were terrible. Which is where Vaslinkock's strategy would have worked. Now, yes, it's an extra pit time. We've had a bit of a rage quit. Who's had a rage quit? Oh, Prada's rage quit. Oh. So that's a DNF for Prada on sheet. That's unfortunate for him. Vaslinkock. Well. He's gained some time there, but getting on the dirt at turn 5, that's not really ideal for him. I'm going to really emphasise this. Vaslinkock should pit now, because his strategy really would have worked. He just struggled to get past the back markers because Noffelhonk wouldn't let him through. Everyone else let him through, except Noffelhonk, because Noffelhonk wanted to defend. Which is pointless. because it impeded both their races. Because Noffelhonk's now down in 8th. He's lost out to Festa Miffy, Knock and Bolts, and Online Cruiser. He's lost 3 places because they were able to undercut him and just drive faster because he was defending from them, which is not good. But if Vaseline could clear him, for consistent, when he got clear air, he set a 122, which is like quality pace compared to Justrom's 25. So that's 3 seconds a lap you're gaining, especially when Vassman and Justrom are going at it anyway. That's not good.
You're staying ahead of OTBC. I'm not seeing why you're standing.
OTBC and Vassman, their gap's opening up. Maybe it's a repeat of Brands Hatch. OTBC, early on, you look at him and going, oh, how he got up there on the grid, he can't keep up with them. It's impressive, right? And then in the second half of the race, it's like he's got a second engine mode. Like in the second half of the race, he just turns on. It's like scenario 7 almost for Lando Norris. He just goes. We seem to have a bit of a mistake. He's lost about half second through the first sector there. But he just flies. And now the tyres. Justrom compared to Vaslincock. Vaslincock should... Yeah, he will be pitting. He's got the red light. But his tyres now, he's really lost out. Trying to now take these tyres as long as possible, no. I think he just tried to burn out the fuel, and again, that's not really been the strategy. And what could
tires being dead?
What? Yeah, that's like 20 minutes. So now, I mean, the way Vaslinkoff's going, he's gonna have to pit in he's gonna be pitting around about 5 minutes unless it goes for a bit of an undercut. So he's now committed to the free stop. But it's not the way the free stop should have gone. And now his race is not looking very good. The BNR boys, their days seem as goes bad to worse in the pits as Vaslincox have some big problems. And I'm worried about Vaslincox now as it's not seemed to go well. Because him going for that extra pit stop, he really did need to pass Noffelhonk. And speaking of which, Noffelhonk's behind him. He's not going to pass him though, don't worry about it. But OTBC, he's now in 2nd place. And he's got a comfortable gap to Justrom. And Vassman, who has led a bit of the race, is gone.
Really fucked his race, he's 10 seconds behind 7th.
Well, he's now got to get past Knock and Bolts as Vassman. And Knock and Bolts, I think Knock and Bolts might be aware, and Knock and Bolts will just let him go. It's a beautiful livery he's got, by the way. Let's just appreciate Knock and Bolts' Corvette livery. BNR say somebody's being fired in the office today. They're launching a full investigation to the strategy plan. But it makes tomorrow's race for Div 1 really interesting. Because if the way the fuel goes, you can one stop and go mediums. And it's not like the fuel saving at the Nürburgring. You know how the Yats go like most of the race on 2 to do a one stop, and everyone bailed on it. Right? Everyone bails. Right? Everyone bailed because it wasn't worth it saving the fuel. But now the fuel here is amazing. All you need to do is go on like certain parts, a slight lift off here and there. Which is a slight lift off here and there is also quite good for your tyres as well.
Handy in corkscrew as well, in my opinion.
Brian says he's going for a one stop tomorrow. That's some insight. And I think we're going to be seeing 3 different styles of strategy. A 2 stop with softs and a bit of tyre saving. A 1 stop with a bit of fuel saving and a lot of tyre saving. But if you go on mediums, a slight lift off can save your tyres a lot. If you just do a lift off, say into the corkscrew, and not brake so heavy, you're saving fuel with the lift, and you're saving a bit of tyres because you're not braking so hard and we're not screeching. Because that's effectively in real life how blistering works.
Performance difference between the softs and mediums. Power races is a bit silly.
But when you think about in Div 1 as well tomorrow, the real fuel magnets, you could say, in terms of the people who can the people who just fuel save, when it comes to being good on fuel, I think the free stop's going to favour people like Devil, because Devil, his fuel gets eaten up quite quickly. But going for a free stop, what it does, and I'm going to keep going on that because I love strategy, right? It's going to play a big part tomorrow. Your tyres after 10 minutes are quite bad. And you just take a tiny bit of fuel, you're good. You take tyres, and take a tiny bit of fuel, you're good for the next 15 minutes, right? A two-stop, you're going to have to refuel a bit more, and your tyres may be a bit fucked. Now, I say the free stop will outdo the, I think the free stop, if you come out in clean air, at the front, the free stop will work. If you're leading, the free stop will work. If you come out in clean air, you are going to just put down. If they're going for a two-stop or one-stop, the free stop's perfect, because if you come out in clean air, you're just going to put down time. You're just going to put down consistent hot laps, and you can do that because you haven't got to worry about your fuel. You haven't got to worry about fuel saving. So that's brilliant. With a one-stop, your mediums will be fine come the end of it. As we're going to see Knockenbot's pit as he's got the red light. He comes into the pits. He's having a brilliant race. As we see the Corvette mechanics, they all run out over the wall. Back to the lead of the race. OTBC, he's also pitted, so that means Vassman's also got past his... Vaslin Koch has pitted, so that will explain why Vassman's ahead. I don't think he's going to necessarily... Vassman's not... No, Vassman's not going to the end. Vassman's got another pit stop. But...
is way out in front.
Well, it's Juice Run. Well, it's been an interesting race. Strategy's played a big part, and if it's gone wrong for B&R Racing, have hired the Ferrari strategist. And we're going to be seeing the team owner Brian, KML Brian, walking into the office after the race going, "You fucking wankers," like, after we named, what was it? Was it turn 8? Wasn't it turn 10 at Nürburgring, Guntersteiner Curve?
The Farsteiner Curve is now the Guntersteiner Curve.
Fucking wanker. But, yeah, I mean...
Smash the door.
You fucking want to smash my door, you fucking wanker. Mate, none of these turns have caught. There's the Andretti hairpin at turn 1, and then there's the corkscrew, and then there's RuPaul's Drag Race Straight. I know it's Rahal. I don't know how you say that. RuPaul's Drag Race Straight. Well, the map I've got in front of me, there's a bit of a bend in it.
Bit of a chink.
You just say bit of a ching. That's us getting cancelled. No, that's us cancelled. We've been cancelled. The stream just goes black. Sorry, GTEL's been cancelled. I mean, 18 minutes to go. The racing, the field's stretched out now. This is the sort of thing you see with endurance racing. It's now about strategy more than ever. We've seen some close racing, but in terms of pits, it's interesting. In terms of fuel, Juicerom can go another 7 minutes. Juicerom, ideally, I think Juicerom should pit now. Have a massive undercut. I mean, let's have a look. This is gonna be, in my opinion, if you look at the times, this will be really good for Juicerom. If he pits now, he will come out around about with Vasslincock. Maybe if he's with OTBC, I don't know. But if Juicerom pits now, he'll have the fresher rubber, and he can just take fuel to the end. But I think what he needs to do is he needs to look at his tyres. The guys behind, Vassman, okay, Vassman's tyres and mediums not the best. But Vasslincock is gaining. Vasslincock's got fresh tyres.
Brake balance as well, I've looked at. Those front tyres are compared into the rears. More rear with brake balance can help as well. Extend it just a little bit.
Oh. I I think at this point, yeah, Drewstrom's gained 2 seconds. Drewstrom's really putting his foot down, and Drewstrom's listened. Drewstrom's hired the Red Bull pit crew. In comes with the strategy. It's looking like the 70th anniversary Grand Prix. Is it going to be a quick stop though? How much fuel is it going to take? Well, we could take about up to, I'd say, that third line, not all the way. But the strategy tomorrow, this is really going to be interesting. What happens? So people like your JDs, who are really good when it comes to JDs and your Rubens, when it comes to saving tyres and fuel, your JDs, your Rubens, you want them. Your JD Shadimes and your Rubens, they are amazing. Because they can take the fuel and tyres 30 minutes, which will be a massive lead. And say that Mazda, JD in the Mazda already is impressive. So maybe we're seeing these cars, like the Porsches and the BMWs, struggle on tyres. He may be able to do that with softs, which could be really interesting to see. Ruben as well. Ruben could do the same with the Lexus, because again, the Lexus is really good. And out of the pits, Drewstrom's ahead of Vaslinkock, and he's going to... Drewstrom is ahead of Vaslinkock. Vaslinkock's got Kavak to beat, and Shrengu's got a massive, comfortable gap, and he's not taking much fuel. So Drewstrom's really in a big lead here.
Very advantageous position. Sure, Vazna and Vaz looking against pit at some point as well. Yeah, next.
You didn't spin last time, JD, so you're not going to spin this time. This is looking really good for Drewstrom now, with the gaps coming right down in Vassman. Well, these mediums are not going to go much longer, and if I'm Vassman, I would pit now. Get off those mediums, they are not working. But tomorrow, when it comes to strategy, if Devil never does any alternative strategies, but tomorrow would be a good idea for Devil to pull out the free stop because of how bad that Beetle is in terms of managing your fuel and tyres. It's terrible. But then that does mean Devil hasn't got to worry about it, so he can just flat out, and that's a chance for Devil to win, and that's when Devil will thrive. I'm excited for tomorrow's race, you?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely excited for it.
Any insight on what strategy you're thinking of doing?
Honestly, no idea at this stage.
Well, Brian said he's doing a one stop, which could be a tease. If I was racing tomorrow, 100% a free stop.
I think I'll just have to judge it by the race. But that says nothing because my last few strategies have been god awful. Just look at the Nürburgring last week.
I mean, again, if in terms of like strategy as well, that gives people like your teammate Casey a chance to get the first podium. Because if Casey can manage it, he can really go for it and well. Purple sector for Drewstrom. The gap's gone down by 8 seconds in 2 laps. Dino is the second commentator. Mr. Dino Spod.
We what?
Well, the race at the front may not be as exciting, but the race at the back, Vaslinkock and OTBC's got right onto the back of him. OTBC has the fresher rubber. He's in the slipstream. On the 3 times the gap goes now. They've got the little kink into 1. Down towards turn 2. OTBC's been very passive this whole race. Is he going to look for a move? No, we're right to the bump. This is what we saw early on from OTBC. He's very passive. He'll stay back. He'll wait. OTBC, again, not thinking of a move into 3. He's very passive. They have got to deal with Shrengu as well. So if I was Shrengu, get out of the way. You're not battling for any points. Shrengu's a nice guy. He will. I think Shrengu will know. Blue flags. Does he see the blue flags? Does he get out of the way? Good man, Shrengu. This is why we love you. But that's not... Well, OTBC's got a very good run in that Toyota Soup. No, it's the Type 89, I believe. Yeah. No, FT, you know what I mean. He's got a good run though, up towards the corkscrew, OTBC. He's actually got a good run into turn 7, the corkscrew. He's going to have the inside line. Last of the late breakers, who's going to have it? OTBC backs out of it, he thinks better of it. OTBC's being very passive this race. And now we've got 11, 12 minutes to go. It's crunch time and OTBC...
He'd be on for P2.
OTBC has the less fuel. He has the better tyres.
I was OTBC, I'd be fuel saving my
He doesn't need to fuel save though. The fuel will now go for the rest of the race. And OTBC really should make a crucial move now. Is he close enough into one? He's teasing it? No, he doesn't. OTBC, it's crunch time, man. You've got 11 minutes left. He tries to think for the gap in at the exit of 2. He's not quite there. These Can-Am Racing boys, they've got very similar driving styles, except Juicerum's a lot more aggressive. If OTBC is another good run into 6 or the corkscrew, should go for it. The inside line into the corkscrew, I know like when it comes to the corkscrew, you can't really outbrake yourself, but if you can nail it perfect, just a millisecond later, you're fine. People believe Vassman can go to the end, maybe, but I wouldn't count on it because the time he's wasting now, the gap's gone. Oh, a bit of a tank slapper there. He gets onto the gravel. Vassman, he's going to get swallowed up. Second here is probably best as OTBC. He's finally got through into the corkscrew before the corkscrew. Sorry, is Vasselin going to try and fight around the outside. He gets pushed wide. Oh, there's going to be contact. Oh, just gets back on and, well, that's, oh, that is... Now, boys. And the gap at the front is now under 7 seconds. Juicerum is going to close that gap down. Vassman's trying to go to the end, so it proves the mediums will go, but it's not really the ideal thing. So I'm thinking the ideal strat tomorrow, free stop. Div 1, guys, get your notepads out every 15 minutes. Soft. I think that was 4 softs. Yeah, it was 4 softs. Yeah. Genius. And then take as much fuel as you will, but try and nail it to the end. Especially in the first stop. If you have over half, don't take any fuel.
Juicerum is determined.
OTBC purple first sector.
2 seconds.
Now OTBC has got through. OTBC's got through Vasselin. He's already pulled out a purple sector. OTBC, here's the better tyres. He's got the lighter car. He's got to move on, and OTBC, he could be pushing Vasselin off the podium. Now, maybe if he gets his foot down, OTBC could actually have a go at Vassman. There's 10 minutes to go. If he takes 2 seconds a lap. Now let's compare their last laps. He took 3 seconds out of him last lap, as the gap's now under 4 seconds, and Juicerum's going to catch it, but it's not a matter of if, but it's going to be a matter of when, and it's going to be a matter of how, and it's Juicerum. The minute Juicerum has the opportunity, he's going to take it, and he's going to do it, because it's Juicerum.
Fair sense.
Fastest lap as well is going to be looking like he can get a clean sweep of all 18 points for Juicerum, which will be wonderful for the Canadian. I'm sure he's going to be thrilled with that, as he sets a purple first sector.
God, it's going to be hard to watch for Vassman.
Vassman will be a bystander at this move. Just compare their tyres, and he may have to pit that fuel. He's got 3 laps left of fuel. That's not going to work. Vasselin may be promoted onto the podium, and even knock and bolts. Oh no, I don't think knock and bolts will be safe, I believe. But
there's a Juicerum and OTBC team, right?
They are in a team.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a 1-2 for them.
Potentially, and it'll be another second place for OTBC, I believe. Who's actually second? Oh no, OTBC and Vasselin are tied. They're both on 20 points in the championship, so that's actually a big that's quite big. So,
what's he going to do?
Juicerum, he's just going to get an easy cut back here. Juicerum has the move done, and Vassman's a bystander in that move at all. He's just going to tuck in the slipstream. Put your fuel down, because, well, 7 minutes to go. It was a 26 on the last lap, and there was a 26 on the last lap. Across the line, what's it going to be for OTBC? Let's find out. It's a 23.3. So it pulls out a lot of time, and Juicerum, he's not actually ditched Vassman as much as we thought he would have, but at the end of this lap, yeah, now we go a sector down. He's over a second ahead. And now OTBC really needs to put his fuel down, because Vassman's going to have to be putting it into lean mode 6. He's going to be, put it this way, he's going to be at the fuel saving level of Ruben.
It's gone pure Humix 6 for the rest of the race.
6.5 minutes to go. That, if we do some quick math, that's about 4 or 5 laps.
Yeah, he has to pick.
He's not gonna do it unless he just whams it into fucking 6.
Those tires are way outdated.
Past a pit entry, doesn't go for it. And in 1 lap, 4-second lead. Justrom's pulled out. Unless he's a spin,
2 seconds.
this race is all his. The Can-Am Racing boys. There is no team's championship, but the teamwork's always there. It's not been the day that B&R have been hoping for. It started off well. The strategy was looking like the alternative strategies they were going for. It was looking like they had a chance at there was a very likely chance of them getting a 1-2, but then Vaslinkot got caught up in traffic and Vassman's now gone and done mediums, and someone over at B&R Racing is getting fired today. 13.5 seconds.
Vaslinkot's not OTBC is caught up about a second.
Online Cruiser, he's got himself into 6th.
An amazing recovery drive. And he's catching
Further...
knocking bolts. But we won't catch him, but...
Knocking bolts is on mediums. He just goes past our Papa. With 5 minutes to go, I don't think he's gonna be taking 5 seconds every minute. He's not gonna be that much slower. But Fister Mephi, getting points on the board will be brilliant for him. But Online Cruiser, how's this for a driver of the day performance? Last, right? Last, at the end of lap 1.
6th.
Do we even need a vote?
I don't think so.
Vassman's got the red light. That's not... Vassman's going to be pitting at the end of this lap, and he's really not going to be thrilled with that.
He's seriously not being fuel saved?
Nope. Doesn't look like it. He's going to stick it in... So, yeah, the red light, it's really not going to work. This is looking terrible now for Vassman as Juice-Rome. 10-second lead now, he's pulled out.
Brian, you're going to have some... You're going to have to order your strategists.
Driver of the day. The Germans seem to love driver of the day. JD always gets it. Online Cruiser, he's having a good one, but...
He's JD's friend as well, makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Driver of the day performances. Who would you say? I'd say OTBC, Cruiser, Knock and Bolts is a really good race, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
He's gained a few positions, I believe. Best of the Americans. We're going to have about 3 laps to go, I think. Juice round rounds the final turn. And this. Surely he can't lose now. Vassman. He goes past the pit entry. 3 laps to go. Vassman.
What are you doing?
B&R Racing says someone's going to die tonight. Not lose tonight. Is the gap's now 10 seconds. 9 seconds. Oh, God. This is not looking good. For Vassman.
Could be getting the fill treatment by the end of tonight.
Well, who knows? Knock and Bolts is only 25 seconds off Vaslinkot as well. That's no mean feat. And I think, whilst right, we'll start getting Drive of the Day ready to get posted instantly. Because we are like that.
Juice is gaining 2 tenths every time there's a new split coming up.
Knock and Bolts, I'm Knock and Bolts, he's been out for 2 weeks. This is a good return from him. Online Cruiser though, that's a brilliant comeback from him. Must say. And that was actually a purple sector we've just seen from Knock and Bolts as well. So that's impressive. But you can't fault Juice-Strom's performance. Unless he is a mistake in the next 2 laps that's utterly catastrophic. 2 laps to go, Vassman's still not pitted. OTBC, he's 5 seconds, now again 5 seconds of that lap. And Vassman may get swallowed up here, and maybe, where's Vaslinkot? Vaslinkot could fancy a chat here as well. And if I was Vassman now, I know it's early days. This is the halfway. At the end of this round, it will be the halfway point of the championship. And if I was Vassman's already missed 2 rounds. Vassman's not got any points on the board. With Vassman not having any points on the board, what I think he should do is he should let. I mean, Vaslinkock's already got 20 points on him, and he'll get even more at the end of this race. Right? I think he should let his teammate through. Because if he lets Vaslinkock through, Vaslinkock needs as many points as he can to OTBC for, in terms of a championship. OTBC and Vaslinkock are tied on 20 points. If it finishes the way it is now, OTBC will go ahead of Vaslinkock. And it's looking like OTBC is also going to pass Vassman. OTBC is actually having to fuel save here. Hang on a minute, this has gone on his head. OTBC now, as we enter the last lap, he's going to actually have to get down. He's going to have to push his car down to the line. He just about gets it done. And Vaslinkock is going to be the first finisher. As he rounds the final turn, he's going to be bagging 4th. And well, if OTBC passes Vassman, which is now only 1.5 seconds, 1.4, 1.3, 1.2, it's going down. OTBC, he sees him. It's a terrible exit though into turn 2. They're both on fumes. But Vassman's got he's got murdered mediums. I think at the corkscrew, Vassman's just going to lose all of its time. And it's a really short lap here. He's now under a second. He's going to be in the slipstream into turn 5. OTBC is going to go for it. We saw it at the corkscrew last time against Vaslinkock. Is he going to do it again? He's tucked right into the back. He moves to the outside. He doesn't quite get the move done. And he's left it too late. Vassman goes deep. There's contact. They're going to push it wide, but OTBC's through the inside line into the third to last turn. And Vassman's lost out. And Vassman goes very wide, and he's going to try and go for a move into the final 2 turns. Now I think it's done on OTBC. He's going to be a 1-2 finish, I believe. Vassman's out of fuel. He's slowing right down round the final turn. Juicerom's already won it, but it's a 1-2 for Can-Am Racing. Oh, that was exciting.
Bad last lap.
OTBC does it again with a 4th to 2nd. And we finish the stream off with a peak viewership that we've never had before. 26 viewers. You lot are insane. Well done, Juicerom. 3 from 2. 2 from 3, sorry.
The Ricardo helmet as well.
That was fucking insane. All in the top 5 Can-Am. I've just realised Knock and Bolts is also a Can-Am driver. So 1-2-5. Well done, you lot. That was brilliant.
Best Div 2 race so far, I think.
Definitely. One of the best we've had in the league so far. Well. Now, Vaslinkock not getting the line there is a big no-no. Vaslinkock effectively being now what would be a lap down is a big no-no. Because, like we was saying, that gap, he's now going to pull a bit of a lead now. He's just going to be, what, 4 laps? Oh god, let's try and do the math. That's a 4-point lead OTBC has now got on him. And if he keeps doing the same, OTBC seems to be getting the better results. So that's not good for in terms of the championship. And maybe Vassman probably should have just backed off. But then again, Vaslinkock wasn't on the same lap. But anyway. Well done to everyone. Congratulations, Juicerom. That was a dominant performance, my friend. All the credit to him. Brilliant comeback for Online Cruiser. Well done to him as well. That's definitely a nomination for the Driver of the Day performances. That will be on our Twitter in around about the next 5 minutes. Go vote. It's on our Twitter. Go follow us. You know, pay attention. Get ready. Go turn notifications on or something if you can on Twitter. Go follow it. Link in our YouTube description. Go follow all of our socials. Join our Discord if you're new. Thank you everyone for being here today. It's been an amazing race. Thank you, Donna, for joining me. I've been Inan.